Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. I greatly appreciate all you guys coming out. So, it has been a while since I've uploaded, and I do apologize for that. There's been a lot of stuff going on. Like, I've had to buy a new daily driver commuter. Really basic, that's why I haven't showed it off. I'm going to be doing some work on the Celica soon to fix what went wrong with it. The body, what is it, the body control manual? Or body control module, which is like it sends electricity and signals through like the interior of the car went out, and I just decided that it was time to get a new commuter and have the Celica as a bit of a project. But anyway, we are going to look at some cars on Facebook Marketplace to see honestly how ridiculous some of these prices have gotten. We're going to start with honestly one of my dream cars, C5 Corvette. So you'll see some of these are moderately priced, like 10.5, 7,500, 9 grand, 9 grand. But then you've got ones like, I saw one earlier. Then you've got ones like this. I mean, this is a low mileage one, granted, but oh, that's why. It's apparently some kind of special one or something. But then, yeah, like, I don't know, man. See, look at this one. This one is just stupid. Guy wants 18 grand for a convertible 98. It's like, oh, it's got rare purple paint, and only 22 were made in this color. Nobody gives a shit about the color, buddy. Honestly, nobody cares. I do not know one single person that gives a shit about the color. That's just how it is. And this one makes a little bit of sense because it's a Z06, but that's still really, really expensive. 20 drivetrain. It's got a cam. Back. Wrong one. That's the stupid guy. See if he's got a mod list we can look at. Cam, ported headers, clutch, new motor mounts, shift boot, coilovers, a tune, catch can, a lot of carbon, alright, that dude's done a lot to that, so, okay, understandable. But, like, these things used to average 8 to 10 grand. And now I'm having trouble finding relatively decent ones for around 10. Because you'll see the ones that are around 10 are nearing about 150k miles usually. The ones that average around 10. But this one's pretty good. Honestly, this ain't a bad deal. Yeah. Props to this guy. That's not a bad deal. Now, let's look at... Let's bite the bullet early and look at Silvia's. These are honestly insane for the most part. I don't want to look at your C5 Corvette, sir. Okay. just a stock old 240. Doesn't seem to have much rust. Paint's in okay condition. Engine bay could use some detailing, but that's fine. That's not one of the crazy ones. Let's see if I can find one of the crazy ones. The problem with the 240s are that a lot of people bought them as beginner drift cars when they were cheap. You could find them for like $1,500, $2,000 on some grandma's lawn. And now finding one that isn't completely destroyed is honestly, it's honestly a miracle if you can find one. This one ain't bad. I'd pay 10 grand for this RB20 swapped. That's not bad for 10. Honestly, I'm not seeing a lot of 240s even around me because they're like kind of... What in God's name? Jesus, man. Like, some of these aren't that bad, but you gotta take into consideration, these are 30-year-old cars almost. And they're not particularly 30-year-old great cars either. These used to be $1,500, $2,000, 7-8 years ago. At most 10 years ago, and now finding one in decent condition for under 10 is a significant challenge. Let's take a look at the 5th gen Camaro, because I do want one. I do want a 5th gen Camaro. I am not looking up Silvias, I am looking up Camaros. There we go. So, I honestly expect these, for the V8s, to have a lot of miles and go for a decent bit. Let's take a look at this one because that's just the one I clicked on. $4,000, not running, needs a new engine. $4,000, I mean honestly, if you're just going to swap a newer engine into that, that's not a bad price. This is probably a down payment of $2,500. $2,000. Oh wait, that's a new one. Never mind. Get the LTs, which I'm pretty sure are the V6s. Get the V6s usually aren't that much. It's when you get to the SSs that it's, at least in my opinion, a little bit ridiculous. Because for the price of one of these, like these 2010 SSs, for the price of one of these, you can go and buy, I'm pretty sure anyways, what the hell? Are people fucking smoking? Buddy, you're delusional. Unless this thing's modded to high hell, you're delusional. Okay. That's actually not that bad for an 800 horsepower car. Like, this guy is out of his goddamn gourd. 16 grand for a GT with 176,000 miles. Let's look at... Yeah. What? No! Absolutely not. You're smoking! Why in the fuck would I get a 2015 V6 for 12 grand when I could go buy a 2010 Camaro SS for that price? And note, the 2010 Camaro SS, I'm pretty sure, has like 100 more horsepower than these V6s. Jesus. Let's look at 350Zs. Because why not, right? 10 grand with 160,000 miles. Aftermarket motor mounts, catback exhaust, front wheel brakes. Looks like a ported throttle body. I mean, that's not bad freight, I guess. But most of these you'll find are clapped and should not be touched by human hands. So he's got a manifold, an air intake, and some exhaust pipes. And that makes his beat up 350Z. I mean, maybe that's just his style, but he has definitely smacked something with this bumper. The Celica's got basically the same bumper on it. Maybe that's just his personal taste, but I do not see myself spending 11 grand on a 350Z with 150,000 miles, much less doing that when it's not. We're gonna look at one more because this video is getting longer than I want. Out of shits and giggles, let's look at a really expensive one. That's too expensive. So these Celicas, the old GT4s, are really hard to find a GT4. But when you do, you can tell by the price tag. Let's see if I can find an actual GT4. Honestly, that's a great deal for a Supra. I'll give them that one. That's a really good deal on that. Funny, I don't see any GT4s at all. Yeah. No GT4s within a couple hundred miles of me. But I'm not going to leave it on that, so we're going to go for the full. Because this is like my dream car. Look at Porsche Cayman S's. Honestly, not as bad as I thought, honestly. Yeah, honestly, not as bad as I thought. That is insane to me. They go for between 20 and 35 grand. That's honestly fantastic. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. I greatly appreciate all you guys coming out, and I will see you guys next time.